this is y'all know me. I'm Brad. You know Miss Yvonne and Miss Marcy over there. And Carol is trying to get her connection going, and hopefully we'll be able to hear her and see her in a minute. So, well, ladies, if y'all don't mind, take a second, tell us where y'all are, kind of where y'all from.
On the Don we're in Broad Ridge right now. I'm from St. Martinville, and Marcy is from Henderson.
Henderson, yep, St. Martin Parish.
Henderson, we're both from St. Martin Parish.
Mr. T. Roy, if you see this, we're talking about you. Oh, I'll tell you what, I miss that old boy. And so, anyway, we set up the thread in the group, and it's there so that people can ask questions and stuff. And I see that we have a couple of questions, at least one for sure that was written by Sydney. And Sydney, bless you for asking that, because I struggle with that. And I'll go ahead and I'll read it out loud for folks. And she says, I have such trouble getting around the all-purpose English word get, and when trying to speak in French. Could you provide a quick list for French substitutes for the word get when you're trying to get something, like acheter or chercher or and whatnot? So I am very glad she asked that, because I struggle with it. And I'm going to turn it over to you ladies and let y'all talk about it.
Ms. Vaughn?
Go ahead.
I think it means like she said, acheter. How did she say?
Yeah, she wanted to know get around. Or
chercher would be more to search, huh?
Yeah, search for find.
No, it would be get too.
It would be get.
When they go and chercher, we go and get it.
Yeah, go find me a screwdriver or something. Quelque chose comme ça. We say that in English. Go find me.
Va me trouver un tournevis.
Comment tu dis ça encore?
Va me trouver un tournevis, but it would mean go find me a screwdriver.
Yeah, that is hard.
The trouver, to me, when I think of trouver, I always tend to think of it in the past tense. That's just, because I have a lot to learn.
It would depend. It would depend what precedes it. Il m'a trouvé would be past tense, but va me trouver would be present. I guess that's what you call it. It would be now.
Right.
Go get me one.
Okay. Is there another something else that you would use for get? Another word you think of, like go get me that bowl or whatever?
Wait.
Attraper.
Yeah, well, you could.
Attraper, catch.
Attraper.
Yeah.
Come attraper.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
It is.
It kicks my behind. And see, those things that you're saying, or to me, it's sort of things that we talk around it like that with English. Go catch me that, go find me that. There's got to be.
I don't think there's a word forget. Hold up, I got DLF. Let me check it out.
There we go.
Okay. But while you're doing that, let me check, see if how Carol's doing there. Okay. Now, while that's happening, and she's searching for that, attraper yeah, there it is.
I got it.
She found it.
You want to?
Yeah, go ahead. What you have?
Okay. Attraper, hacher, obtenir. I don't know that one. Prendre, recevoir, s'attraper, s'obtenir, faire, se faire.
Prawn. That was a word I've used down a couple times for take. Hey, there she is.
Hi.
Hey, Carol.
Hello. Bonjour.
Comment ça va, Carol?
Non, je pense que ça travaille à ça.
Okay, I'm gonna turn her volume up a little bit more. Hey, Carol, say something.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
All right, same here.
Okay.
I have a little control panel thing here. I kind of adjust the volume for you guys. Volume.
Okay.
All right. To catch you up real quick, they were talking about different words that we use to say get. You know, and the most, if that's a generic catch-all word that we would use for that or something to that effect.
For which word? You kind of bleeped out on me.
Get. G-E-T, get.
But there are different kinds of get, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you just ran down that road.
Yeah, you know, because we say, I'm going to get ready to go somewhere. Well, you don't even say get in French when you say that, right?
Well,
Je me préparer. You don't even use get in that phrase at all.
but if we translated it to English, we would throw that in there.
Right. Mm-hmm. That just kind of popped in my head. Yeah, I saw the post where you guys were talking about attraper. Je vais attraper ça.
Well.
Et on dit tout le temps attraper, not just trapper, right?
Oh,
Right.
Right.
Well, Missy, I didn't hear Missy Vaughn.
Yeah,
Attrape.
attrape.
Okay. It seems like I've heard some folks in different things. And I don't know if it's that maybe just because they're saying it so fast and it's all kind of running together that maybe that is getting lost in there.
Trape is trap.
Oh, that might be what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And attraper is not always just get. It's more like attraper would be to get something that you're going to hold on to, right?
But to catch, you're catching.
Ouais, je vais attraper la timinue. Ouais.
Ouais.
Okay. Now, let me see to make sure before I move into the question if there was something else that was down there. Je m'attrapais en tasse de café. Yeah, comme Derek a dit. Okay, I'm not talking loud enough. I'm kind of reading out loud more or less to myself.
Okay.
I had prepared a couple of things for us to kind of talk about. And one of them is been the source of some entertainment for us.
Man, where is
The
it?
way they say the word run, all right, galoper or courir. How you say that? Courir? I almost never use that word.
Kuri is Kuri Vini. It's Creole.
Yeah, but to say je vais courir, right? You would trying to think of an instance where you would pronounce it courir. And you want to say, wait, I did run, yeah. No, when you say I ran, you say j'ai couru. Eh? No?
Je vais courir would be I will run. J'ai.
Je crois que c'est j'ai couru. Parce que quand tu dis qu'un cheval a couru dans un race, tu dis le cheval a couru. Je
Ouais.
crois. Ouais.
Je crois ça aussi.
Ouais.
And what about the people from Church Point?
Ouais, c'est moi, je viens de Church Point. Ouais.
Mais le monde a dit galoper, hein?
Galope is what we use. You two more say.
Galope.
Oh, galop. On va galoper.
On va galoper au magasin.
Non, mais prends un char. Vite.
Wait, I don't think you use galope is like more like a gallop, but you wouldn't use it in the same sense that you use courir.
You're right. That's what I was kind of digging that. No, one, I know that they said some areas use galope for run in a general sense.
Mm-hmm.
Others will use the correr. But
Mm-hmm.
as it's been explained to me, galope is, I think, also used, if I'm getting mixed up, used for like if you're running for office or something.
Mm-hmm. Non, l'autre moyen, je crois que tu cours pour un office. Tu cours. Cours would be first person singular. I run. Je cours pour l'office.
We would say,
To chime in on that.
What would you say?
we would say, y galope pour un office.
Hello? Oh, well, okay.
I'm not absolutely certain on that. I'm just going from some old memories here, people.
Well, it's probably a regional difference.
Right. It's just regional.
Where
Because we hardly ever, I don't know if Marcy does, but I don't hardly ever use cootie or cootie.
so it's okay. Let's say we're yelling at the kids and we're saying, "Don't run in the house." Would you say?
Right.
Now, Marsh Crocker, I think my mother would have said, "Cours pas dans la maison."
Oh no.
It's probably regional. Yeah.
You know, I find this is very interesting to me because I always had it in my head that Church Point was for galope and Little Bridge would have been correr. Y'all got me all turned around now.
You know, and y'all have already noticed that it differs from family to family too.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
Yeah, actually, about 5 miles from maybe 10 miles from Broad Ridge, there's a little community named Catahoula, and they use the Cootie Vini, the Creole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're only maybe 5 miles from where I live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Creole is still there's the Cootie Vini for the people who speak more of a Creole type, but there's also the word courir in the regular French in South Louisiana.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the word. It's just we just never used it.
Just don't use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Geraldine, Miss Yvonne, if you can look on the screen there, Miss Geraldine had offered up some information on that as well.
What?
It's in the questions.
Questions.
Sorry about that, Sydney. We did cover it, and you did come back to the video and see where we talked about it. That was a tough one for everybody.
Yes.
Let me roll back up here and see if I missed something in between there. Now, earlier, I believe it was Cynthia, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe roll down real fast if I see it real quick. Cynthia had asked a question related to what you called a store.
Wait.
And so in your different areas, you know, I know there's different things. I'm getting some weird feedback.
Some noises.
Video, and they don't have the YouTube going at the same time. Just a hangout, right?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I don't have YouTube going, and I'm outside, so there's no noise where I am.
All right, Marsh, go ahead.
We're in the library.
Oh.
Could it have something to do with my iPad on?
Is it making noise?
No.
Okay, then no.
My phone's on, but it's not doing anything either.
Oh no, it's okay. It's just probably the internet.
Okay.
Where am I at over here? Okay, we had the question was posed about store, magasin, boutique, grocery. Como se diz that? Grocery?
Right.
Now, suppose you're going to Walmart to buy a dress.
Marshmallow magasin.
Magasin? Or la boutique?
Now, the little dress shops, you could call that a boutique.
But that's kind of the English way almost of saying it, right?
Actually, no, it's French. It just,
I know it is French, but English speakers use it. Now,
yeah.
for Mark Cajun, when I was a little girl, growing up in Church Point, when my family was going to go shopping anywhere, they were going to go to the hardware store, to the Five and Dime, to the grocery store, any of those places, they would say, on va aller à la boutique. They would call all the stores a boutique.
C'est la même chose avec ma femme. Elle a dit ça aussi. Et quand j'ai dit magasin, she shakes her head. That's a barn. No.
Actually, I don't know the word for born.
What do you say, magasin?
Magasin.
Yeah, well, I know that, but I mean, I never, growing up, I didn't know the word for it.
No.
Yeah, so I was fairly young the first time I heard somebody use magasin for a store, and to me it sounded weird because to me a magasin, that's what we always call the barn where the horses and the cows were and everything.
Well, it's probably because it's where you store something, a magasin, but then if you go to the store, because you store it, yeah.
And magasin also means barn in standard French.
What else? What does it mean?
In standard French, magasin is a barn. It's also a store, but one of the meanings is barn.
Huh.
Carol, so my wife comes from Church Point too, and that probably explains that whole boutique thing right there being the same. She learned it that way too.
Yeah.
Let me see it because I don't have two monitors on this configuration here. So let me see. Les un boutique et le petit magasin. I have no idea what that works. Hey, Geraldine, I can't see that. I don't know how to read that. For example.
Okay, I went and looked up magasin in standard French, and indeed it is the word for like a warehouse, not necessarily a barn. So that's what Yvonne would have just said, that kind of makes sense that maybe in standard French it's a warehouse, but they use it in South Louisiana to mean a big place where you store stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I have another regional difference if we finish with that one.
Yes, by all means.
Okay, what do y'all use? Pourquoi? When you want to ask why? Or do you use Cofa?
No, pourquoi pour moi. For me, growing
What's going on?
We losing.
You broke up, Carol. We didn't hear you.
Yeah, that's probably because my internet connect. I brought my Wi-Fi outside so that it would work as good as possible. So that's the best I can do. Yeah, we always said pourquoi. The first time I heard quoi faire, it sounded odd to me. And when I found out that there were some people that would use qui in place of quoi, that really confused me.
I'm a key person right here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Same one parish is key.
Yes, we say key.
Greg, we go through that over and over with that. He says, why not say key?
Yeah. Pour nous autres, qui voulait dire who? Yeah.
When? Quando parola si vedi di qua aussi.
Yeah.
But now I gotta catch myself. I usually say pourquoi, but I'll make myself sometimes just to mix it up a little bit. Say quoi or something like that. I never use key. I just can't make myself do it.
I have to wonder if quoi faire is not an Anglicism. You know, quoi faire for what? Quoi faire?
But we don't say quoi faire. We say quoi faire.
Quoi faire. Pour avec un P. Quoi faire. Oh, OK.
Je connais pas, c'est peut-être pas dans DLF, non, c'est comme ça on parle.
Ouais. C'est tout bon.
On a...
Oh, and I got another one I'm gonna throw at y'all. I just want to flip back to the thing real quick. Lady can't laugh comment. Oh wait. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong place. Ain't gonna say wrong one. All right.
Oh, me wanna play,
That's the discussion before. That's the discussion before about. Y'all don't remember this? We did a survey a while back.
we confusing Sydney.
About
What?
what's Sydney confused about?
No, I said we're confusing Sydney. I see her comments. Sydney Angers.
Oh, it'd be the Anglicism for.
Yeah,
What?
no, Pourquoi is standard French, and it's all one word spelled all together. I'll spell it out here.
Okay. On Canada, il a dit. Derek was saying something about that. He thinks that catch myself up here. Sorry, guys. I don't mean for it to be dead air. They're just doing a little reading, catching up here.
Okay.
There was basically people theorizing on a little bit of as far as Pourquoi, where it came from, or who started that, and I haven't got a clue. Maybe some of our linguists out there have an answer for it, but I think we're just kind of, we know where they said it in this part of the Louisiana, and where they said this in the other part, but we couldn't tell you where it came from.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to find out how far back does Coiffer go. Is it something that just came around in the last 30 or 40 years, or does it go back 70 or 80 years?
Well, yeah, my grandma used to say that. My grandma used to say Coiffer.
Okay, well, it's old. There you go.
It's old, yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to find out. And we have a few guys out there that are really, experts in the language, and I'd love for them to chime in. I mean, later on if they're not watching now, but on the play to kind of share some of their history on it. Y'all remember the word "man"?
Mela.
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 Ça fait la peine.
And I even remember, as a kid, some of us said it so much that we tease each other about it. Man. But so I'm just curious, so you ladies, y'all say May?
May, yeah, like the month. Yeah.
Kids roll on.
So you say
Carol, come with you.
Moi, je suis tout le temps Mela.
C'est pas du bon sang.
Mais tu vois ça?
Mela, it's just comme bon. Right?
Yeah.
Mela.
Mais jamais. Ever heard that?
Quoi?
Mais jamais.
Oui, tout le temps.
Jamais. Jamais. And I don't know if I'm just pronouncing it wrong. I say jamais.
Jamais.
Jamais is how I say it. I don't know if I'm saying it right or wrong. I mean, but that's just how I say it. Jamais. Come with you, Carol. Never.
Moi, je dis jamais.
Jamais.
Never. Jamais dans ma vie, je dis ça.
Jamais. And come with you, D, Marcy?
Jamais.
Jamais. And I say it in the middle. I say it in the middle. I say jamais.
On essaie jamais.
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 Yeah.
Jamais la vie.
Oui, oui.
That's when a lot of people come back with, they ask questions about that. Jamais la vie. Right. And l'autre est pauvre bête.
Oh, everybody pronounces that the same. That's all bit.
Oh, bit. And you know, we know what it really means when we're saying it, but when you translate it to poor beast, it doesn't make any sense at all.
I usually tell people, look, think that like a thing. You know, we use the word thing. And, you know,
It's like when we say poor thing in French. I mean, a person can be a thing.
Right.
I mean, in English.
Person is not really a bet either, but that's how we say it anyway.
well, there's some people, yeah.
That's open for further discussion.
Yeah. And we say cofad and not so much cofad. I'm reading Sydney's comment right there. Where? Tes oignons.
Oh, tu parles avec du gumbo et des oignons, stuff?
Oh, okay. I'll just read something that Miss Geraldine said.
Oh.
Let's see.
Signify.
I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, y'all. Forgive my ignorance. Tu connais tes oignons?
Which?
You know your onions?
Which?
That means you know your onions?
What?
Can one of y'all say it for me?
Tu connais tes oignons?
What you're saying it means? Signify? Que signify tu connais tes oignons? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. It's not a word that I've used. I learn more every day, you know.
Don't go try finding oignons in disease because you won't find them.
No.
I'm glad you brought that up. Folks, for the people that are going to come in and tune in later or maybe listening now, you may have words.
Tes yeux et toi dans les îles non plus.
Nope.
Well, say the liaison. Liaison.
I'm sorry. Talking over each other. I'm just trying to get mixed up.
I don't know why.
You know what they're trying to say?
Okay, I was just saying about the words that start with a Z, or people think they start with a Z, like les yeux, right? It doesn't.
Les oiseaux.
Les oiseaux, where?
And even when you talk, you don't put the le in front of it. You still say les oiseaux. You still put that Z sound in front of it. At least we do.
Right.
And it's happened. I shouldn't say it doesn't. Let me back it up. That's something that happened here in Louisiana. As I understand it, a lot of people, the words that where that answer would have taken on the Z sound for, because I was talking about both my eyes, and I would have said les yeux, right? That even if they're talking about one eye, they sort of say les yeux, right?
Eye is a bad example for that one because one eye is ton œil.
Yeah.
Right.
You only use les yeux when it's more than one eye.
Right.
So you what the bird makes a better example.
Bird, you're 100% right. I wouldn't think, because again I'm thinking les yeux, les yeux. It's not gonna be the
and
where?
I forgot that a single one.
Oh yeah, and
but oiseau is oiseau. They just plain spelling that wrong. That's all there is to it. It should be in the Z.
it's supposed to have a Z there.
I had the hardest time when I first got on here because we run all our words together.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I'm thinking, well, that's one word. I don't know an example. And I'm looking in the wrong section of the dictionary. I think it's having such a hard time learning how to spell.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that it took me a long time that it was just I just knew like a phrase, and I couldn't find out what it really was by looking it up because of the way I pronounced it. One for me was when you say every once in a while. Say every once in a while in French for me.
Tous les temps en temps.
Yes.
And there's a Z sound at the end of that.
And
Yeah.
when you say, and when I would hear it, would hear people say it growing up, it didn't sound like tous les temps entend. It sounded like tous les pas entend.
Oh, okay.
But it really is, when you see it written, it's tous les temps entend.
But it's TEMPS, not, it doesn't have a Z at the end.
No, it doesn't.
You're right.
Us Cajuns love to put that Z at the end. Or
It took me,
It goes there, but I think just whoever did all that spelling, they're evil and they hate us.
that's it.
Yeah. Let me see where we at on here now. Boom, boom, boom. We've covered those things right there. And let me see. I heard a ding ding. Tous les temps. What? Tous les temps en temps.
We.
Mhm.
Every now
But
and
we said, but that's not, but I heard what you just said, Brad, and that's not how I heard it when I was growing up. I heard it pronounced tous les temps entend.
Je comprends.
So it's, I know that that's not the way they say it in France, but that's what my people said.
I got you. I'm just.
so that makes it right, huh, Carol?
Exactly.
I'm hoping I'm getting the spelling on that. Tous les temps en temps comme ça, Sydney. That's what they're saying. For more on the qual verse keys, he inanimate and oh God. Oh, he's got a document in the key file section.
Oh, great.
Okay. So, all right. We've been running about 30 minutes here, and I'm going to just take another minute here to tell people, look, we're learning. We're going to have technical difficulties sometimes, and we're having fun with this. I hope that
Where's Amson? Again.
Oh, more C.
Right.
thank you, ladies, for getting on and sharing with us. I hope to have you guys back on a fairly recurring basis. I'm reaching out to some people here and there, trying to get some of our regulars to kind of speak up and be heard and let people hear their voices, put a face to the name and run with it. So anyway, I'm learning. I appreciate y'all, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to shut it down, and we can continue to field questions, and I hope people continue to talk about and ask questions on the thread other than the post. The video, once we end this, you can go back and watch it from the beginning. So if you miss something, you can go back to that part and see it. So, merci encore. And
Bonsoir tout le monde. Bonsoir.
Au revoir.
Merci, Brad.
merci vous autres, and bonsoir.
Bonsoir.